Hello again, my trusty YouTube followers. If you're watching this, you're either one of my kids, or you're one of my really close friends that plays Elden Ring, or maybe you're just a friend in general that I sent the YouTube link to for you to check out some of my stuff, and it was this video. Or maybe you're none of those things. Maybe you're just a YouTube explorer, a traveler through cyberspace, and somehow, through fate and destiny, you stumbled upon my YouTube videos. And here you are watching. My name is Dungeon Cleaner, and I'm here to showcase a little bit of my Elden Ring Invasions. And this is going to be a hodgepodge, if you will, of various levels. So you're going to be seeing some level 25 invasions, level 60 invasions, some level 80 invasions, level 150, and even level 200. This is a level 200 character named Pazuzu, who hasn't really made his debut in any of my other videos yet. But he's level 200, he's a blood loss build, and he used to be a level 90, but I kind of beefed him up because other streamers were showing that level 200 invasions are really fun, and I thought that a blood loss / faith build at 200 would be pretty potent. So we're going to go ahead and start off at the Shaded Castle. And this is a level 80 build named Magic Knight. If you couldn't already guess, he's an intelligence build. He looks like a knight, he carries a sword, and he has a magical staff that he can lob magical cannonballs. If I was to title this clip right here, it would be called Mage of the Castle. And I like to think that Magic Knight is just a guardian of the castle, up on the castle walls, just throwing cannon of Haima all willy-nilly without having to lock onto his opponents. He's just lobbing them out there, and he's loving it. He's enjoying himself. This flask right here makes spells increase their damage, so we just kind of vaporized it. Hope you liked that clip. I really enjoyed doing that invasion. It was really fun. So, as we switch characters, I will come back and I will introduce who the character is, what level he's at. Maybe I'll explain why I chose whatever video as why it made the cut. I chose this one because that Ash of War hits like a truck, and that guy took it to the face, and it was funny. So, please enjoy. One interesting thing about the sword that Magic Knight was using in these videos, it's the Carian Knight Sword. And what makes it so interesting is it's charged R2. So when you're charging the R2, he holds the sword up in a sort of a defensive stance. And as he's charging the attack, if the opponent hits you, it actually absorbs a lot of the damage, so you're not taking it. This guy was by himself. I think he was trying to summon a friend in, and I came in and was harassing him. And I threw that Night Maiden's Mist out there, and he ran out of it, forgot about it, ran back in and died. And I thought it was hilarious. Kind of like a blooper reel kind of video. So, yeah. So this is a level 25 build, plus 1 somber weapons, plus 3 regular weapons. He's actually kind of twinked out. And by that I mean he's got all the flasks that you can get. He's got lightning infused weapons. He's got like end game talismans like the +2 Crimson Amber medallion. He's got the +2 Herb Tree Favor medallion. He's got the Millicent's prosthesis, and yeah, so he's a pretty potent build if you didn't notice. He's got kick on the Misericord and parry on the parrying dagger, of course. This video made the cut because these guys are just trying to rush into the boss room, and he's got his buddy there with him, and I just completely assassinated his co-op helper right as he enters the boss room. I thought that was funny. So yeah, quite humorous indeed, just like getting attacked by a bunch of rats while somebody's throwing lightning pots and fan daggers at you. A good invader will always take opportunity of what's going on around him. He will utilize his surroundings wisely, such as ambushes. while they're fighting other enemies. You know, just come blast the shit out of them with a cannon of Hyma. This is a level 150 build named Aristotle. He was my first character ever. So he's kind of a special character in my heart. The other guy fell off the edge if you didn't notice when I shot Cannon of Hyma. That's why I pointed down there, just in case you missed it. And here's Pazuzu. This is the first time I've ever, I think, maybe put him on a video on my YouTube channel. He's a blood loss build, if you forgot already. Got the scavenger curved swords, but then switched to the Moog spear with Blood Boon Ritual Ash of War, and it is nasty stuff. It's still potent. Blood loss was overpowered, and it got nerfed, but it's still usable. Like, it still has its place. Storm of Flies is nasty, annoying stuff. He's got other things too in his arsenal aside from blood loss incantations. There's some dragon stuff, of course, because it's arcane. He's kind of like this little hybrid of blood loss arcane, and he's a nasty dude. He's really fun to play with. I remember back in the day, Seppuku was like so insanely strong, and it got nerfed. Well, it's good that it did, but it still has its place, you know. It's still a good Ash of War to use. I put it on one of my weapons to just up the blood loss. And check this shot out. This isn't even the jar cannon. This is the ballista. It doesn't even have as good of range. But check that out through the tree. Trick shot. Yeah. It took me a while to find this guy, so I kind of clipped the video up a little bit. And here we found ourselves at Limgrave. We're on, again, this is my level 200 arcane / faith build. Blood loss weapons, a little bit of incantations for some utility, and stuff like that. These guys were tonsured tongue gankers. I have zero respect for gankers. I feel like if you're ganking, if you're two players in a wide open area, and you're fighting against an invader together, taunting invaders in, specifically for the purpose of trying to gank, that you're probably bad at PvP. So, just throwing that out there. Level 25 guy again. Got a little flashy parry riposte fighting this guy who was dressed similar as me, but he had an octopus head. So, I felt like it was prudent to put it in the video. So this video this is Aristotle, once again, level 150 intelligence build. I put this here just to show that I'm not a spell spammer in Arena. You know, cast one spell, switch, do something different, switch. You know, not going overly crazy with anything. Rather, just kind of switching stuff up and being respectful. That's just how you do it, boys. You know, you got to be sportsmanlike in these games. When you get mad and upset, it doesn't help anybody. Or you could be like these two guys. You know. Banished Knight cosplayers in a cave, teeny tiny narrow cave where I can't swing my sword. I keep hitting my sword off the cave walls, which I think is an awesome touch that Miyazaki did. I'm really glad that he put that in the game. It's very realistic. It's like, you know, if you're in a tiny little corridor and you got a 8-foot long sword, you can't just swing it around like a baseball bat because you're going to hit the wall. It's not going to work. And that's what happened to me. So through some trial and error, I had to switch up what I was doing. And see, right there, ping! So, you know, I figure out what's going wrong, so I switched to my straight swords and power stance them. These guys were really annoying. I'm not sure, again, if they intended on getting an invader in here. They just kind of hung around in this tiny little corridor and forced me to fight them right here. I don't think I even made an attempt to try to go further into the cave. You know, like I was saying earlier, a good invader will utilize his surroundings, but sometimes like I get tunnel vision and I just want to fight. Like I want to test my limits, test my skills, and see if I can just straight up in a 2v1 just kill these dudes. You know, they have more poise than me. You know, there are two of them. You know, it took a lot of hits to get them down to no health, and it seemed like they could get me down a little quicker, which I feel like they had the advantage on power as far as that goes. And this guy, he just goes into full-on survival mode. He just straight up starts running from me, trying to dodge me, and he just waits me out and tries to use the attrition to defeat me by just outlasting me and getting his buddy back. But as annoying as that was, I wasn't about to just quit and give up or let him win, so I you know, gave it my best. Just kind of whittle him down a little bit. So I clipped it up a little just to take out some of the parts where I was chasing him around, hitting him, and just kind of left it to where, you know, we saw the times when he healed himself. But he's got his buddy back, as you can tell. I have no heals left for myself, so I wasn't sure how it was going to play out. But again, I'm just not one to quit, so I changed it up a little bit and started throwing Giant's Flame Take the fireballs, just hoping that maybe I can nuke them or something. But they didn't fall for it, at least not that time. So finally get a successful hit right there, and try to just, you know, go for it, keep throwing him, and hopes that it takes him out. He's gone again, and at this point I'm thinking, well, I need to get this guy took out before he summons his buddy back again. So this is kind of what I did. I think the other guy was tired of fucking around too, so he just got really aggressive, and in the end I took the win. But level 60 Faith build right there. We're back to Magic Knight again, and this was a 2v2. My level 80 intelligence build and this gargoyle player that summoned me in to help him to fight these two guys that were just coming in here being obnoxious. So I really carried my teammate in this match. The gargoyle was lucky to have summoned me in here because I quickly dispatched the host, and then when the phantom tries to get aggressive, I take it upon myself to kill him too. But then, as you can see, my teammate betrays me in the end, because I think it was because he was jealous. I don't know. But that's life on life's terms. If you listened closely, you could hear my son asking me for chicken nugs. I like to leave my microphone on as I'm playing, just so I can get like a realistic experience, like my natural reactions. If I get upset and I nerd rage and, you know, freak out, I like to capture that on microphone. Or if I get really excited and happy about something and I get all giddy, I like to capture that as well. Here you can see some good old classic spell spamming. I just did some Duelist Moonblade combos and took those guys out, and it was awesome. Those Scarlet Rot Knights were no help at all. They're showing off at the end, but you know, they were grateful to have my level 150 intelligence build there, just spamming spells. This guy right here, he's probably an overleveled phantom maybe. He's using that really shitty spear that does the madness stuff. It hits really hard. I'm just you know, just your humble little level 25 guy, just trying to use a Mesericord and a parrying dagger, and he's got this big shield and big spear. He's really confident, but look, yeah, shield is really susceptible to kick, which leaves you open for a critical strike. And when you critical strike somebody with a lightning infused Mesericord, you're gonna die. That's just common sense. You know, that's the laws of nature. So this guy, he was using a weapon you don't see much. Saint Trina's sword. It puts you to sleep if you use it right. He didn't. He got parry, riposte, crit, and died. And yeah, that's my level 25 again. Here we're back on my level 200 arcane / faith build, Pazuzu. This was a close match. This guy, I think he thought he was going to win right there. Hit me with that. If that would have hit me at all, I would have died. So he wants to use dragon incantations. We can use dragon incantations. That's just, you know, how I looked at it. So I love arenas. I love invasions. I love Elden Ring. I'm just a guy who's here to have fun. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. That's from Duke Nukem. I heard that from Duke Nukem. He also said, I like a good cigar and a bad woman. I don't know why I remember Duke Nukem phrases, but I do. He was one of my childhood heroes. As you can see, I got pest threads. Is that what they're called? Yeah. He's a shitty little asshole. He's a Mr. Poopy Butthole kind of guy. Yeah, I really like that build. As you can tell, the blood loss procced. It was just enough to finish her off. I didn't excessively spam anything or go crazy and be annoying. When I play, I just like to have a good time. You know, it's not all about winning. You'll notice, I think, probably all these clips I did win, but that's not what it's all about. It's not all about winning. It's about having fun. But, with that being said, I don't believe in participation trophies. So, you go big or go home, son. Check that out. Just see me put my weapon away to default to the kick Ash of War by being unarmed, break his guard, and then pull my weapon back out for the critical strike. That was crazy. It blew my mind.
Rock
just to see that Dungeon Cleaner did that.
Rock blimmin'.
But yeah, I think this is the end of the
again.
clip.
Are you?
The end of the video. It was just to showcase kind of what the Ruin's Greatsword can do. Yeah,
I kill him.
it's devastating.
Double kill.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this hodgepodge video of just some random stuff, random PvP stuff on Elden Ring. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.